In a world where nobody waits for anything anymore, why do so many travel sites make you wait for rewards? Book your trip with Orbitz and we reward you the second you click. Seriously, sign up and boom, silver status, just like that. That means you get rewards you can use right away on over 200,000 hotels. Of course, you could save them if you want, but seriously, why? It's go time, right? Use code REWARDINGTRAVEL for instant savings when you book select hotels on Orbitz. Orbitz. Rewarding travel just like that. Offers are subject to availability, may be discontinued without notice. Terms and conditions apply. See orbitz.com/justlikeThat for details.
Goldilocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Jimmy Mack coming to you live, Tampa Bay area of Florida. We're happy everybody's here. Lots of folks on the call today, of course, and we expect that with their hands raised. So by all means, press 1 if you want to ask a question live from our co-host and guest and or get a healing from myself. And we're glad everybody's here. Lots of stuff happening. Busy summer, surprisingly, and staying busy always. We got a new audio MP3 coming out on of all dates, 7/11. So look for that, July 11th. That's going to be the release date. And this one's called GPS Reset, and it's really, really cool. It's about over a half-hour audio, and it's really running you through the morning, your afternoon, and your evening. There's even a little 911 break glass in case of emergency only segment for those days that were profound and life-changing. You'll never forget, anything that's catastrophic, lawsuits, the police, doctor diagnoses, passing of a loved one, that sort of thing. So we actually even combine that with a short audio to get you out of that sorrow, sadness, chaos, drama, all that sort of thing. So really some cool stuff. One of the most interesting ones that Spirit has given me thus far, of course, and so really looking forward to that release. It's going to be July 11th. Reset, it's an audio MP3. Of course, it works on your smartphone, a tablet, a computer, wherever you are. So look for that to drop in, and we're happy everybody's here and on the line. We always have a fun show. We're going always for years now. Reverend Tiffany will laugh with me. We've been at 12 noon on Tuesdays. Now, come July 31st, the last day of the month, we're going to go to 9 p.m. on Tuesday evening. So won't that be interesting? Whole new crew, of course, for those dates. But we are still going to be here every Tuesday, 12 noon for the rest of the summer. Again, July 31st, we're going to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that allows a lot of our folks out of the West Coast Pacific Time to chime in. It'll be 6 p.m. out there. So we've had a lot of requests for that. And here we are, changing it as we go along. I love it. So always on the fly. Reach out anytime I can help you guys. It's info@jimmymackhealing.com. If you aren't getting our TGI Wednesday, you definitely want to hop on that. We send it out once a week, and all it is audio and video and affirmations and things to contribute and help you. If you're interested in seeing me in the Tampa Bay area, I am at kodawariyoga.com. I'm there every Wednesday and Friday by appointment only. I'm also going to be at Charlotte Timpone's office on Davis Island. That's the ritzy area of town of Tampa, for those of you that know, and going to be there the first Monday in July and the last Monday in July. So again, that's Charlotte Timpone. She's the acupuncturist in the Tampa Bay area, very well known, kind enough to set me up in her little office and refer clients for readings and healings and exotic messages from Spirit. So we look forward to those dates and times. Also, we're glad everybody's here. By all means, give us a call. We're here to answer any questions from Spirit, also do some healings. And today's guest is also a very special guest for us. It's Reverend Dr. Kimberly Marooney. And she was blessed with the ability to experience direct personal contact with God angels and spiritual beings. She was the first person in the world to earn a master's degree in angelology and a doctorate in spiritual psychology. Many of the best-known angel experts have sought to learn from her, including Doreen Virtue. How cool is that? So Kimberly skillfully combines her 40 years of experience as a mystic with her education to guide people into profound, life-changing angel encounters. By following inner guidance, this gifted mystic has authored a dozen books, including the best-selling Angel Blessings Cards, and founded the angelministry.com. Most recently, Kimberly was appointed president of Gateway University, a school for the study of higher consciousness. How cool is that? Welcome to the show, Kimberly. How are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's very cool.
I love it. I love it. And I love all your titles and I love all your stuff. And, you know, there's a lot of people, of course, that, you know, maybe this is their hobby, their part-time, their weekend gig. You and I live it. We breathe it. It's all we do. And it's so exciting and fun, right?
Well, I love how Spirit guides us and cares for us far before we know where our destiny lies. And so one of those really important karmic relationships came into my life very early. I was in my early 20s. I was suffering from a horrifically ugly divorce. I was suffering terribly. I'd been in psychotherapy for 2 years and wasn't experiencing any kind of relief or change. And a friend of mine at the time, I was in the financial services industry. I was a stockbroker. And one of my stockbroker friends said, hey, you should go see this lady, Judith Lark in Reno. She can really help you. She does counseling from a soul perspective. So I called her up. Sure enough, the first session I had with her, I started moving my pain and anger and guilt and freaked outness. And so that turned into a lifelong friendship. And she would tell me, she was a very gifted psychic, and she would say, you need to continue your education. She's the one who founded Gateway University because she could see that those of us who, as you were saying, are in this as our profession, as our vocation, who are in this as a calling of our hearts and our souls and our love, we needed to have real education. We needed to have degrees that are recognized by society as showing that we've done much deeper study than taking a weekend certification course. You know?
Right.
So that's where Gateway University came from. And my beloved mentor passed on about 2 years ago. But 10 years ago, she asked me to succeed her in Gateway University as the president. And I had the pleasure of working with her again as my mentor as she prepared me for that role.
Love that. Well, we're glad you're here. It's always fun. We like to mix it up. And tell folks how to get a hold of you. What's the best way to maybe schedule a session? And should they go through the website, or what's the best thing for you?
Best thing is to go to KimberlyMarooney.com and go into my store. If you want a reading, go into my store and you can book a reading through my store, my shop.
Awesome. Okay.
And plus, there's so much great stuff on my site. So a lot of free stuff, and then a lot of great stuff in my shop because I've written over a dozen books. I've got a lot of great programs you can access from there.
Love that. Thank you so much for being on today, too. It's exciting and fun to me to mix it up and help these folks all we can. So we'll take callers and, you know, feel free to jump in. I always let my guests and co-hosts go first with callers. So, you know, maybe take a minute or two or three, however long you're guided to with them, and then you can send them back over my way. We'll go from there. 212 is Bryn in New York City. Hi, Bryn. How are you today?
Hey, Jimmy. How are you?
Hey, I'm
okay.
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, Kimberly.
Yes. You have a question
Yes.
for Kimberly?
Hi there. So I've been feeling a bit off balance, but I was doing my own question and answering to my guides, and I was getting words like, well, first I got the image of blueberries for some reason, then I got the words rewiring and upgrading or transition, and I just wanted to get some kind of input on your end, like what I'm feeling inside.
I am so happy to hear from you because, Bryn, you are right on target right now. And the blueberries are because they are high in antioxidants and they're really good for our bodies. And my God, they're yummy, tasty, and they're in season right now.
Yeah.
So eat lots of blueberries. That is right on. And the rewire transition stuff is right on too. I got a message about a year ago saying that if you can imagine, close your eyes for a minute and imagine what the world was like the year that you were born. When were you born, Bren?
1956.
My God, the same as me. We're birth buddies.
Yeah.
So if you remember the state of the world in 1956, my family had one little old car. We had one telephone. My family was one of the few families that didn't have a party line because my dad was a minister and he did counseling, confidential counseling over the phone.
Right.
You know, if you remember what school was like, you know, I walked to school all by myself every morning as a young child. Nobody dropped me off. Kids weren't getting snatched. People weren't shooting guns off at children in school.
Mm-hmm.
School was a safe place to be. It was a good place. I loved school. I played. I was happy. I was fun. But, you know, the point of this is if we look back to the state of technology in 1956, when we were born, when our souls were prepared for this birth, heaven gave us everything they thought we could possibly use in this lifetime. And we have collectively exceeded the highest hopes of the heavens for what we could accomplish in a lifetime. And, you know, I still feel really young. I feel like I'm maybe at the halfway point in my life.
Okay,
and to have exceeded, what the heavens thought was possible for us when we were born, my God. So we are getting rewired. We are going through a tremendous transition. And so for you, Bren, part of that energy that's coming in is for your creativity. You're getting rewired to re-jumpstart your creativity. How does that feel?
That sounds pretty pertinent because I'm trying to. Well, I've been doing artwork for a while, but I'm going more into like spiritual art type of work where I look at a photograph of somebody and then I pick up, you know, what's surrounding them, but I just let spirit kind of give me the designs or images or guides that come through. So put it into a sketch or painting.
Oh, perfect. Well, trust that. Trust your creativity. And, you know, the funny part here is your sexual energy is an important part of this creativity.
Oh, yeah.
So you might discover that at this point in life, your sexual energy is going to start reblossoming. And that's to help you with your creativity, to help you move forward with your creativity. And I hope you have a loved one to share that with.
I don't, but it'd be a nice idea.
Perhaps one's going to show up then.
Yeah, you're in New York City, Bryn. It's a whole other world up there.
Exactly.
Awesome. Gosh. Well, thanks so much for calling in today. We appreciate you listening to the show. Yeah. Thank you. Excellent.
Thanks, Bryn.
519.
All good. All good.
Yeah. 519 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Do you have one question?
Hi. My name's Karen. I'm calling from Canada. And thank you.
Karen.
Hi. God
Thanks for
both
taking
of
the
you.
call. Yeah.
I'm just feeling off the beam. And I'm not sure I hit a high in my spirituality, and it's just like somehow nothing seems real anymore, and my relationships are difficult, and I'm just not feeling on the beam, and I don't know why.
Oh, Karen, God bless you. You know, you and a million other people are feeling that way right now, and let me tell you why. You mentioned that you had a spiritual high last year. What happened?
I was really, following what I thought was, what I think it is right at the height of, my spirituality with, wanting to connect with angels and everything that I was doing. I have this, I was confronted with someone that I was on the wrong track, and it's that struggle between religion and spirituality. And it was like all of a sudden, from all angles, everything that I thought was real sort of fell apart, and nothing seems to be real. And I went from being on a high to very, very low, and not trusting, and that's not my nature. So I'm concerned.
So what you experienced was very real. You went through a profound spiritual initiation. You experienced the part of yourself that's aligned, that's true, that's real. And often after a powerful spiritual initiation like that, we're tested. And people think that we have the right to question and judge others. That's just part of our human characteristic. And so that person who confronted you, while they thought that they were doing good and helping you, they were tuned into their own energy, their own fear. They weren't tuned into the realness that you were experiencing. And so what that did was it helped to reveal in you the next places that are ready to wake up. It helped to, in you, catalyze your inner strength to say, no, wait a minute, I know that was real. I cherish that experience, and that connection was so true. The angels are here for me. It is so real. So that was intended as a test after your initiation to help you recognize the places in yourself where you have doubt and fear, where you can question what you believe, what do you experience, and so that you can come through the other side in strength, in glory, in magnificence. And the angel sweetness is here to help you with that journey. Thank you.
Well said. Yeah. And by the way, I feel like you're on track with all that, honey. You can't, when you hit me with spiritualism and religion, it's really, night and day on all that. I go by what we feel, what we can co-create and spirit. Religion is pretty much the man-made. You got to pray this way or sit down this way or whatever. I grew up Episcopal, so Robin Williams called it Catholic light, So, but I had many, many spiritual experiences and divine awakenings and all that. So believe me, that's much more fun. What you're doing is much more fun. A lot of folks have been in a funk lately anyway, worldwide. Lots of suicides, crazy war rattling, that sort of thing. So I think really you're picking up on all that. Does that make sense? It's not even you.
It could be because I'm very empathic. And I find sometimes I question whether I'm hanging on to old relationships rather than in fear, rather than trusting and moving forward.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You want to stand up? We'll show you the energy right now. Just stand up, face due north. What does everybody call you?
What does everyone call me?
Yeah, name-wise, what does everybody call you?
Karen.
Karen, okay. So if you say my name is Karen, you're going to feel the pull forward.
Karen. Yes.
Okay, and if you say my name is Nemo the fish, you're going to feel the pull backwards.
My name is Hugo. Okay. Yes.
Feel the difference, right? So this is you hanging on to old relationships, fear-bound, all of that. It's going to pull you forward to yes. You'll feel it now.
Yes.
I'm going to release it, delete and erase it, disentangle it all out now. Pull her straight back when you're done. And you'll feel the waves coming in and pulling it out.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome, honey. So believe me, that's their judgment. Everybody's filled with opinion and positionality. I always tell folks Elvis loved vanilla ice cream. I can't eat vanilla ice cream unless I put pineapple and, fudge and sprinkles all on it, but that's what he liked, and he was Elvis Presley, so there you go. So I would ignore all this other religious stuff, or they'd say, oh my gosh, you should do this or read this or only do that. It's like, nah, go with what you're guided to do. Go with what spirit moves you to do and what you enjoy, okay?
Okay. Well, Kimberly taught me that a long time ago. She said, if it feels love, then it's yes. If it feels heavy, then the answer is there's no judgment. It's just love or fear, and we all know it's love.
Right? Yeah,
that's right.
I love that. So run with the love part. Okay?
Love you both. Thank you.
And you are on the right track, Karen. Keep going.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's really encouraging to hear. Thank you. God bless you,
Karen.
Yeah,
bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
506 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
From Claire Jenkins from Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada.
Hi, Claire. How are you today?
Hi, how are you, beloved?
Good.
Love it.
Good. I wondered if you could give me some insights into my house.
Oh, what's going on now?
Well, it's still the same thing, cervical dystonia, and I'm still searching and trying to heal it, and I thought perhaps there'd be some new insights popping up.
Oh, so let's take a breath, and I'm going to give you a quick insight, and then Jimmy is such a powerful medical intuitive. I'm going to just give you a quick insight on the angel that's helping you, and then Jimmy, if you can help her with some healing, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Hey.
So a neck, we're getting back to a neck, and I have to come to the metaphor of the neck because I'm having a little bit of minor neck issues right now too, and like I'm being a pain in the neck to myself. So sometimes we just have to ask, how am I being a pain in the neck? And to help you with that also is the angel of grace. So there is some deep grace tied in with this healing. There's some deep grace. I also feel past life healing here. I feel that you're healing from past life where you were hung and your neck was broken, and that energy is healing. And so there's a lot of grace in this. This is bringing forward grace from your past lives, grace toward your future. It's helping to clear out a lot of old karma and old energy, old beliefs, old issues. How does that feel, Claire?
That sounds beautiful. It sounds exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Jimmy, do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead and stand up, love. Face due north. We're just going to turn you into a pendulum. And one of the first things on neck that I get is I call it the oxen yoke. And so it feels like you're trying to plow the rock field, if you know what I mean. You're pulling the plow behind you, and you're carrying the weight of everything on your neck. And also, a lot of that can either be about support or money, and yours is about money. So we're going to find the spot where that is right now. It's going to pull you forward when we find that weakness. You'll feel it drifting forward.
Yeah, my head hangs down. I can't hold it up.
That's okay. I'm going to release all that. It's going to pull your whole body back. You'll feel the wave, and we're going whole body, not just neck. And it's moving now. You feel it in your body?
Yes, I can feel a bit of tingling.
Awesome. Yep, that's us moving stuff around with spirit. Going to pull you back. Definitely picked up on when Kimberly said that about the past life neck breaking and hanging. That's 110%. I get all the bells and whistles and the 3-ring circus on that too. So a lot of this is a past life stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lifetimes ago, they're saying. So we're going to take all that out too, have you learn all the lessons you needed to from it, and release you from the service to it. You'll feel a wave pulling you back more now.
Yep.
Awesome. So we'll see what happens now, love. If you reach out to me, it's info@jimmymackhealing.com. I'll send you all kinds of stuff for free you can read, watch, and listen to. So we'll help you any way we can, okay?
Thank you. And thank you,
Awesome.
Kimberly. It's always a joy to talk to you. You're beautiful. And so are you, Jimmy. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks
Oh,
for
love you,
listening.
Claire. Lots of grace and blessings coming your way.
Thank you.
Love
Bye-bye.
Love that.
Bye.
In your practice, Kimberly, I always ask all the practitioners, it seems to come in waves. You know, one week I'll have everybody's depressed, and the next week it's all the girly regions and breast cancer, and the week after that it's everybody's job issue. You find that with your practice as well?
Yes, we are all in the psychic weather. We're all getting the same rain. We get the same wind.
Mm-hmm.
We get the same tornadoes and earthquakes, and it's just how we move through it that makes the difference.
Amazing. Yeah, well said. I love it. 617 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Debbie from Quincy, Massachusetts.
Hey, Debbie. How are you today?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. I'm so happy to be on the call.
Well, thank you for calling in and you getting through. There's a lot of folks on the call and a lot of folks with their hands raised. We do take people at random. So you have a question for Kimberly?
I'm just wondering, my question is, I'm in a change in my career, and my instinct tells me that it's a great move. But just like with any changes in life, there's uncertainty. So I just want to know that my angels and guides are cheering me on, will be supporting me in a successful move in my part.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So your angels have kind of a funny message for you, and it has to do with having compassion on yourself during this change. So it's normal for us to have uncertainty. It's normal for us to be a little fearful when we're going through some changes. It's normal for us to question and wonder, because when we go through a big change like that, a career and change, everything in life comes into question. And so this is a wonderful opportunity to allow all of that doubt and fear and uncertainty to rise up in yourself, to simply be present with it, to simply feel it, and let it pass through like the clouds in the sky. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to process it. You don't have to fix it. All you have to do is witness it as it passes through. And each time it passes through, you will be left with greater clarity, greater truth, greater love, greater joy, greater inner knowing. How does that feel, Debbie?
That's perfect. Compassion has been my word mantra for the last year and a half, and the clouds have been speaking to me, and that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Love that.
You are welcome.
Yeah, whatever you're doing before, honey, that test weak, and whatever you're getting ready to switch to test really strong, and that's all I need to know. I go on weakness and strength, and you can pretty much figure out everything if you just play in that. So whatever you're doing job-wise before is just, not that fulfilling. But this next thing you're going to do is like, more or less like a calling and financially better for you too. Does that make sense?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Blessings. Thank
so
you.
One way to look at it, Debbie, is that all that is past has fallen away, and you're rising up into a new, more glorious, more magnificent, and as Jimmy said, more fulfilling, more satisfying work experience.
Oh, goosebumps. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks
for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
727 is our next caller. Hey, it's another Debbie. How are you today?
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show. How are you, love?
Wonderful.
Good. You have a question for Dr. Reverend Kimberly?
Sure. I was wondering what message the angels had for me, because I'm going through so many changes. And I'm laughing because y'all were talking about clouds with the last person, and here comes all these clouds rolling by, white and black, and a little thunder. So I guess y'all called in the clouds.
So Debbie, the angel that's helping you is the angel of immersion. So I'm using my angel love cards today for those of you who have my angel love cards. And the angel of immersion, I was going through a time in my life where I was having massive changes. And my husband had died. Everything in my life was changing. I had lost a lot. And I also was gaining my new life. I was leaving my old life behind. It's like I'd been crucified, dead, and buried, and I was coming out of that tomb into a new life, fresh, new, with everything fresh and new. And in that, I was receiving these powerful immersions of energy, immersions of love, immersions of joy, immersions of sweetness. And they were so strong that I would have to sometimes scream or jump up and down or run in circles to be able to tolerate the power of the energy that was coming in, of goodness. And I had never experienced anything like that in my life. So for you, Debbie, this change, the message from your angels is tolerate the intense energy of this change because it's all good. Now, when we first experience really intense energy, Debbie, we can interpret it as feeling agitated, like when I first started getting this energy, I would feel so agitated. I thought I was going to jump out of my skin. I would feel angry. I'd feel confused. I'd be just agitated. I wanted to say agitated. I mean, like, really just break through the wall, jump out of my skin, not me, agitation. But when I realized that this was the answer to my prayers, that this energy I was feeling was the spiritual energy coming into me, making changes, the moment I realized, oh, this is the answer to my prayer, this is a gift, it would instantly change, and the qualities would become ecstasy and bliss and love and joy. And that's what that intensity was about. I was jumping up and down in the intensity of a joy beyond anything I could imagine, or ecstasy. And then that energy also got with it the knowing that I needed of what were the next steps in my life. So Debbie, what a pleasure that the angels of immersion are coming to you, bringing this very strong energy to you. So when you're feeling agitated or fearful or worried, this is the new energy pouring in, and you have just simply, with your default programming, assigned the meaning of worry or fear to it. So the moment you recognize, oh, this is the energy, this is the intensity, I'm being immersed in the new energy, the channel will change. You could think of it like the radio dial. Here we are on the radio. And you can tune the dial to anything else, to ecstasy, to joy, to love, to sexuality, to sweetness, to grace, whatever it is you need in the moment. You turn that radio dial and it is yours.
Nice. I
Love
welcome
that.
it. I
Well
welcome
said.
it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Gosh, thanks for
Oh,
calling
you're
in,
welcome,
Deb.
Debbie.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Keep us posted, love. Thanks for listening. 314 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hi, 314, you're on live.
Hi, this is Tina.
Hey, Tina, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. So honored to be with you all and hear Kimberly's voice.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Kimberly. It's
You have a
Tina.
question?
Hi, Tina. I was wondering if this was my friend Tina. What's your question today?
It's the one and only. I would like your insight. I feel like I've done about 15 years of work on this, but it just feels like there might be a missing piece. It's in regards to my, I get emotional even saying it.
Let the emotion come up. It's good. Breathe. Yeah, let the emotion come up. It's helping. It's releasing.
With my adult sons, that the relationship is pretty void.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like I've done, forgiveness. Oh my gosh. Every time I pray, I hear Spirit say, you're the joy of forgiveness. Just trust divine timing. You can't do their spiritual journey. But even with that said, I'm still a physical being and they're my children.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the only big source of pain left.
Yeah, yeah. So, our children, as moms, our children are the most important everything. They're the most important everything in our lives. Their happiness, their fulfillment, their healing, their well-being is so important to us as moms. I was watching a movie on the life of Khalil Gibran recently, and one of the things he said was, our children are not ours. They're not our possessions. We can't control them. We can't make their life the way we want it to be. We have to trust that their lives are the way they are for a reason, that that's their programming. And so the angel that's helping you, Tina, is the angel of devotion, helping you to let go of what you are seeing in his life, to recognize that something far greater, something far more magnificent is happening. At another level, there's very deep healing and transformation that's happening that is just not visible on the surface. So your job as the mom is to just continue to love him exactly the way he is. Accept him exactly the way he is. Quit trying to change him or make any different, fix it. Just accept him and love him exactly the way he is. And in that acceptance, he will find the freedom to allow something else to happen. So the two key words for you, even beyond the joy of forgiveness, are acceptance and devotion. Does that help?
Oh, it so does. You're giving me so much confirmation, and being an intuitive life coach for the past 2 decades, the hardest thing, as you know, is practicing what we teach. It's so much easier and clearer to do it for someone else. And so you're absolutely right on. It's just trusting timing, staying with my devotion, and knowing there's a bigger plan. But thank you. I just adore you.
Thank you, Tina.
If you only knew how they help so many people in a daily devotion. So thank you. I'll stay the course.
Thank you. So just a quick story here to help you.
Sure.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Tina, reach out. I have about 25 different audio MP3s, and I'm really guided to give you, I'll email you the family one to listen to. I think that'll go a long way to help you. I have 2 grown sons myself and grandsons and granddaughters and all that, so I get it. And I lost my brother to drugs and alcohol, so I sense that your son is what my mother would call a little mixed up. And
you're right on.
So just email me, honey. It's info@jimmymackhealing.com, and just put in the subject line Tina and family, and I'm going to send you an audio MP3 that'll really help clear out a lot of this stuff and really help you and put you back on track with all of that. We just have to let them go, with what Reverend Dr. Kimberly and I do. I mean, it's what we live and breathe, and we're just so in the ethereal world. My oldest son is Black Ops, so he's with the SEAL teams and all that sort of thing, right? And so how do you, that's like the other extreme, right? So all we can do is pray for them and give them guidance and loving kindness, and he's awesome, and he's a great kid. He'll always be lucky, And then my youngest one is, the polar opposite and more laid back and more feeling, and he's doing yoga and keto diet, and so you can see the just vast expanse, the difference, right, night and day. So and I love them both dearly, like you would, and we do all we can. We say prayers for them, but Kimberly said it best. You got to let them live their own life, and that's whatever that may be. They have to make their own decisions, and we've fostered and done all we can for them. Okay.
Yes, we have 5 grown children, and they're all their own spirit. It's just the 2 that are dealing with a dark night of the soul. But thank you.
Right.
And also both of you are
and of course that is then what you concentrate on. You're not concentrating on the 3 great ones. You're abandoning the 500 sheep on the mountain to decide to go after the 2 that are lost, right? So you can see that. So if we hand them over to Spirit, you'd be surprised what'll happen. Spirit will come in.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the more you're concentrating on that and, they're making them wrong or what they're doing you would do differently, the more you're tethered and tying them into keeping into that same pattern. And if you relinquish that and release that, you'd be surprised what'll happen.
Thank you. You guys are such a great blend of masculine and feminine energy. You make a great team.
Love it. Thank you. Yes.
Thanks, Tina. I'm so glad you called.
Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
Yeah. Have a good one. Thanks, Tina. Bye for now. 508's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from Vienna, Virginia.
And what's your name?
My name is Sandra Bell, and I am so graced and grateful on this beautiful, bright day that I'm sitting outside in the wonders of nature. And I'm loving Kimberly. Oh, beloved, I don't know.
Sandra Bell, I'm so happy to hear your voice.
I
love it.
Hello.
Thank you for introducing me to Jimmy Mack, or like I say, Jimmy Mack. When are you coming back? That's all I can.
That's right.
Listening
You got it.
The wonderful healing that's been going on since I've been listening to the call. bless you both and your beloved
Oh, thank
as
you.
well. So I'm here continuing to give thanks for the company of heaven that have been with me and continue to be with me. I'm working on and releasing past old wounds that are blocking my fullness, of experiencing, my divinity, which I value. And so I've been doing a cleanse, as it relates to, cellular cleanse and getting rid of, the toxicity, like I said. Yet I understand and want your input as it relates to the spiritual angels that are with me, with the subconscious, the blocks that may be holding me on the subconscious level. Sort of like looking for that mental, emotional alignment and attunement. And perhaps you can share with me a particular, angel or some guidance, spiritual guidance as it relates to working to get those blockages over and done with. I'm ready to elevate and just continue to shine more fully. Yet I know there are things that are still holding me, I feel.
So the angels are showing me a vision of a concrete bunker that's turned into a muslin cloth. So what that means is that you have done so much work already on this old past stuff that it used to be a concrete bunker that held you into those behaviors. You could think of 4-foot wall, thick concrete, blast, grenade-proof concrete that, nothing's going to get you out of that pattern kind of thing. And all of the cleansing, all of the spiritual work you've done, your singing, your heart, your joy, your love, it has all reduced that concrete to as thin as a little thin muslin sheet blowing in the wind. So there are a couple of angels helping with you. One of them is the angel of encouragement who says, yes, keep going, but keep going where and how. And that's where the angel of desire comes in. So the angel of desire is down on her knees with her hands raised up to the heavens, with her heart raised up to the heavens, reaching into this beautiful glowing golden orb of divine energy and ecstasy and light. And that's you, Sandra. You have such a beautiful energy body. Your angel body is golden and beautiful and lovely. And all you have to do when this old stuff comes up is don't get sucked into it anymore. When it comes up, the moment you see it, you recognize, oh, here you are. You're just a ghost of the past. You're a reminder of the past. And I am so deeply grateful. I'm encouraged and I am following the true desires of my heart to go forward into the glowing light radiance that I am as an angel being walking the earth. So you are there, Sandra. It has already happened. You just have to catch up your experience with the truth of the energy transformation.
Love that.
Oh, blessing. Thank you. That's beautiful. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandra, you are such a blessing. You are such a beautiful soul and such a tremendous blessing to everyone in your life and everyone in their lives. The ripples of love and joy go out from you for all around the world, and out into creation, out into the universe. You are such an amazing being, Sandra, and it's time for you to feel and know and live in the joy and love that is real in your heart.
Oh, I received that. And ripples of love, I just heard a song, and ripples of love, I just received that deeply. Oh, thank you.
It's you. That is you.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing I would add, honey, I know you talked about cleansing too. And so what comes in when I ask Spirit for you, it isn't viral bacteria, mold, fungus, mildew, yeast, candida, negapatch, and parasites. The only thing you got going on that's really messing you up is parasites. Energetically, a lot of times it feels like everybody you know is clawing at you and taking from you. It's almost like I see their hands in your pockets. And, they go, oh, it's, do you have any gum? And you go, well, I have my last stick of gum. And they go, well, that's fine. I'll take that, right? And so that's what you feel surrounded by. And so people take. And it's because you also have a lot of parasites going on right now. So I would Google parasite cleanses. I'd look at that real hard. I like Holden Clark, Dr. Holden
Oh, you're so
stuff.
right on. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm letting you know what they're saying. You really need that right now. Cleanse. Yeah, you're going to need one, two. You're going to need a third cleanse. They're saying.
And I'm going to do a third one. I start it next week. The third one. Yeah. Oh, you are so right on. How beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we just met, honey. I don't mean to air all your dirty laundry, but they're really screaming at me to tell you that
but you know
make
what?
sure you're on track. So it's encouragement. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, and that falls in line with what Reverend Kimberly said, the encouragement. It confirms that, thank you, that I am.
Well, here's the other thing they're mentioning too. You just want to be aware of, honey, all this emotional stuff and everything else is, ready for this, is the die-off you're experiencing from the parasites. You have all these live organisms in you, and I've done cleanses too, and gosh, you go to the bathroom number 2 and it smells like low tide and clams, right? So you have all these, parasites and all this energy in you, and it's died off. So when you have, tens of thousands of little beings inside of you dying off, it brings you down and makes you feel depressed because intuitively you're picking up on all this death and dying. So it's not even you, it's the organisms inside you dying off and making you feel super emotional and kind of on edge and wiry. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. Yeah. Thank you so much, beloved.
Not you, honey. You're on track, and you're gonna plow through this, and you're gonna be fine. But you will need that third cleanse to get there. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Very good. Thanks
for
so much.
Thanks for calling in today. Yeah, we're glad you got through.
Honor. Yes.
Love you, Sandra. Bless you.
I love you too, and you too. Bye now.
Thanks, honey. Bye for now. That's awesome. 727 is our next caller. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing today? Welcome to the show.
Well, the whole reason I called is my laryngitis.
Oh, wow.
On top of my crappy dating life, but mostly my laryngitis. Oh.
Well, we'll see what Reverend Dr. Kimberly has to say about that, or at least pull some angel cards for you and see what happens.
Oh, beloved Sarah, I'm so happy to hear from you, and I feel for you with your voice there. So, funny thing is that it's the angels of harmony that are with you, and I'm pulling from my angel blessings deck for you on this one. And the picture of harmony, the angels in harmony, is actually an angelic choir who are singing. So how perfect is that singers, the heavenly singers, are helping you get through your laryngitis. So, our voice, our throat chakra is all about expressing our truth in the world, and even beyond our personal regional truth, it's about the local truth, it's about the divine eternal truth. So coming to grips with what is real for us eternally in our lives, in our souls, in our whole being, and allowing our voice to express that in a vibration that's in resonance with the harmony of the universe. And you are on that way, Sarah. This laryngitis is helping you move through and recognize what is disharmonious, what is out of alignment in your life. And it's giving you a pause to be able to take a breath, to go into the healing mode, and to allow yourself to receive these beautiful vibrations of harmony that are reorganizing and realigning your life with a higher truth, with more happiness, more joy, more fulfillment, more goodness. So while this laryngitis may seem a bit inconvenient, it is powerful healing for you, Sarah. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I totally get it.
Love it.
Can you hear me? I don't know if people can hear me.
Oh, yeah. No, we can hear you fine, love. We're good.
And Jimmy, can you do a little bit of healing with her on that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Stand up, honey. Stand up. Face due north.
I'm up,
and the other thing that comes through, when I ask spirit, viral, it's bacteria, mold, fungus, mildew, yeast, candida, negative pathogen, parasite. It's all bacterial. And when I ask about different colors, believe it or not, they make a difference. Blue, yellow, green, red. You test for a really good red cinnamony Listerine kind of stuff. You could even get it at the dollar store. You need to be gargling about 5 to 10 times a day. It sounds like a lot, but that'll speed this up for you. We'll find the weakness where it is. If you just put your hand on your throat right now, it's going to pull you forward.
Yeah.
And we're going to release it, delete and erase it, disentangle it all out to the void now. Pull her straight back when you've released it. Thank you. You'll feel the wave. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, awesome. So I think she's spot on with that, Sarah. And, also they're showing you singing too. So I'm assuming you've done some singing as well. Maybe you've overstrained it in that way as well. And in Chinese medicine, by the way,
I don't know if I did that caused it, but the kids have been sick this last week, so it could be that.
Yeah. I don't get that you got it from the kids. It's interesting. It's just strain and drain and, losing your voice. I think it's more an intuitive thing like Dr. Reverend Kimberly said. So same thing. But you definitely need the red-colored Listerine stuff. That'll go a long way. Okay?
Great. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for all you do.
Thanks for calling in, love. Yeah.
Bless you, Sarah.
Thank you. Love the name Sarah. 708 is our final caller we're going to take for today. Lots of folks with their hands raised in the air. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Ann, and I'm calling from Illinois.
Hi, Ann. Welcome to the show. You have a question for Kimberly?
I do. I want to know what the angel's guidance is for me, and I also like some help with. I'm having lymphatic issues.
Okay.
Bless you. And any particular area that you want that angel guidance, or is it on the lymphatic issues, on the health issues?
Let's do it on the health issues, please.
Okay. So it's a funny thing. It's the angel of passion. I keep saying this. It's a funny thing. It's the angel of passion helping you with the lymphatic issues. So when we have lymphatic issues, it's because we're blocked, we're holding back, and our lymph has stagnated. And why does that happen? It's because our passion in life, our joy has stagnated. Is that true for you, Ann?
Yes.
Yeah. When we're not feeling well, it's a funny cycle, because when we're not feeling well, we don't feel very passionate, we're not very excited, we're not very joyful, we don't want to do anything. And it's like a self-feeding circle. The worse we feel physically, the less we do for ourselves. And the less we do for ourselves, the worse we feel, and the less joyful we become, and the less passionate we become. So this is all about stagnation. And I have a sense that what started it all was that you had a deep passion and a deep joy that you didn't think was possible in this life. And somehow it got tucked under and covered over and buried. And that's what turned into the lymphatic stagnation. So if you think back when you were younger, Ann, what was it that you were totally passionate about? What brought you love and joy?
Astrology.
Ooh, and what happened with astrology? Did you do it, or did you have to walk away from it? Did people criticize it?
Yeah, I was criticized for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were following your inner guidance. So your attraction to astrology was actually coming from past lives when you were a very gifted astronomer and astrologer, both. It's funny that word astronomer came out of my mouth. So you were a very gifted astronomer.
I love the stars.
There you go.
Yeah. And so when your friends in this life criticized you and shut that down, that's what started this whole pattern of stagnation. So the lymphatic issues are just trying to say, hey, what about me? What about me? Hey. It's just trying to get your attention. Can you feel that now?
Mhm.
And so if you let yourself come back to the joy and passion you have for the stars, for astronomy, and for astrology, that will help you through your healing process. That will get you unstagnated and will get you moving. So another thing that I get is you need to have some hot Epsom salt baths to help release the stagnation in the lymphatic fluids. The lymph fluid actually gets kind of thick and globular. in a hot bath for a long time, if you can take like 103 or 104 degree bath in Epsom salts with a little coconut oil in it for an hour, a couple of times a week, that will help release that, soften that lymphatic fluid so it can begin to flow better. And then after that bath, go for a 15 or 20 minute brisk walk. Keep yourself really warm and go for a gentle, the word is gentle. Go for a gentle walk for about 15 or 20 minutes. And that will help to get the lymphatic fluids moving for you. And Jimmy, do you have any help from her with the healing on that?
I'll tell you, absolutely. I'll tell you two things on that, honey. What comes to immediately is you should find somebody that is a massage therapist there locally, and they'll do lymphatic massage, because the lymph is basically the rain gutters of the house, and so you're all jammed up in that particular sector. And also, people test either for the Epsom salts, either lavender or non-lavender. You test non-lavender. So a lot of folks test great for lavender. You just happen to be one of them that's non-lavender. But like Kimberly said, you want to do a really hot bath with a whole lot of Epsom salts. That'd go a long way. I'd find somebody locally to do the lymph drainage massage. There are people that specialize in that. If you want to stand up real quick, we'll just show you the energy right now and see about clearing that. If I tune into your lymph glands, if you're facing due north right now, it's going to feel like a weakness. It's going to drop you backwards. You'll feel the drop.
Yeah.
I'm there, and I'm going to strengthen all that for you right now. It's going to pull you forward real hard.
Oh, yes.
Okay. It's going to bring you back to neutral once that's done, and that's us just clearing out the lymphatic system for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Reach out to us, honey. Anytime we can help you, we will. Thank you so much for calling in today, too.
Thank you so much for taking my call.
Yeah.
Bless you, Ann. You're on the right track. Go back to studying astrology.
Love that.
Thank you.
Do that. I love that.
See, Jimmy, is she in her North Node? I don't know astrology very well, but
it
North Node
strong,
is popping
yeah.
up.
That tests strong too.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct. Yes.
So
yeah,
read about North
cool.
Nodes and
yeah, and figure out not just what your sign is, but the ascending parts and the moon, the sun, the stars, all the other minor parts too. It just makes a tremendous difference. So I find all the astrology stuff fascinating, numerology, all your angel stuff. I love it. It's just so cool and exciting and fun. Gosh, did our hour fly by? It felt like 10 minutes, didn't it?
Oh, I know. This was wonderful. All these wonderful callers. I love you all, beautiful people who've called in. Thank you. And those who didn't make it through, who are listening, those of you who will listen to this recording and didn't make it onto our call, we love you so much. We feel you in our hearts, and we're sending you healing energy.
Absolutely. And folks, as you hear this, even on the replay, it's also, of course, on Blog Talk and iHeartRadio. And even if you listen to the replay and you have some similar issue, whether it's relationships or lymph or whatever it may be, just know that we're clearing that out for you as well. It's all energy, and it definitely will make a difference. So I love it. Reverend Dr. Kimberly, thank you so much for being on the show today. Tell folks how to get with you. What's the best email address or the website for reading sessions, that sort of thing, honey?
My email is kimberly@kimberlymarooney.com, and the best way to connect to me is through my website, kimberlymarooney.com. On the right side, you'll see complimentary classes, Your Destiny with Angel Master Classes. I did this beautiful series of classes that I'm giving away for free. Go sign up for them and take them, and you'll get to know a little bit more about me and your angels.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show today and contributing. We sure appreciate you, and we're thrilled that you joined us today. Thanks again, honey.
Oh, thank you. What a joy to get to know you, Jimmy. I love the work you're doing. It's so powerful. You're helping so many people.
It. Thank you. Thank you for saying so. We appreciate it. We're guided to it. Hey, folks, that's our show for today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 12 noon. Special thanks to everybody involved. You know who you are, especially Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for producing this show. Andy Bittinger, we love you, and everybody else who's tuned in today. Thank you so much. I want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life, and remember to make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.
In a world where nobody waits for anything anymore, why do so many travel sites make you wait for rewards? Book your trip with Orbitz and we reward you the second you click. Seriously, sign up and boom, silver status, just like that. That means you get rewards you can use right away on over 200,000 hotels. Of course, you could save them if you want, but seriously, why? It's go time, right? Use code REWARDINGTRAVEL for instant savings when you book select hotels on Orbitz. Orbitz. Rewarding travel, just like that. Offers are subject to availability, may be discontinued without notice. Terms and conditions apply. See orbitz.com/justlikeThat for details. In a world where nobody waits for anything anymore, why do so many travel sites make you wait for rewards? Book your trip with Orbitz and we reward you the second you click. Seriously, sign up and boom, silver status, just like that. That means you get rewards you can use right away on over 200,000 hotels. Of course, you could save them if you want, but seriously, why? It's go time, right? Use code REWARDINGTRAVEL for instant savings when you book select hotels on Orbitz. Orbitz. Rewarding travel, just like that. Offers are subject to availability, may be discontinued without notice. Terms and conditions apply. See orbitz.com/justlikeThat for details.